Hey everybody, how's it going tonight? How you doing? Welcome on in. Welcome to the channel. This is Wagworks GA. I am Jeff. You can also call me Wags, and I am one half of the creative team that makes up Wagworks, alongside my wife Ashley. We make comics largely for kids. So I'm the artist of the team, for the most part, and Ashley is our writer. And yeah, so here on the channel, you'll see me working on comics. Again, oftentimes for kids, sometimes slice of life, just about, more general audience stuff for everything going on in our lives. But also you'll see Core Toons, which we'll be working on tonight, which is shorter form comics for kids with like a little bit of educational stuff kind of just put in there. We work on that project with a few other creator friends and having a blast with that. We also do graphic novels. We're working on a project right now. We just finished the pitch packet for it, so we're excited to get that out there. And then, oh gosh, what else? Then we finished a piece. You saw me, if you've been here the last few weeks, you've seen me working on a piece for the Kids Comics Studio Anthology. We wrapped that one up. We're done, guys. I promised last week that would be the last time that you saw me working on it. And we finished it, and I largely finished it. It's finished-ish. As in, I finished all the shading the way I had done it, and then circled back to the comments from editorial about maybe differentiating between some of the imaginary and the real settings in the comic. And so had kind of a hey Frank, how's it going? I mean, it's all relative. I mean, compared to some like mountains, I am so young. Not even kidding. How are you doing? Are you feeling any better? Sorry. Yeah, so I had a piece, like a click into place on how to do it, and it was great. No, I saw you were doing silent streams when I got your notifications that you were going live this week. Sorry, that's no fun. So is this like a week and a half now? Yeah, so I had a breakthrough. So I'm applying my breakthrough to the remaining pages of the comic. Probably will end up wrapping it up tomorrow night. The deadline thankfully was extended, although I think we can get it in. I think we can do it. Plus I also found out that they had since the initial instructions, found a way where we can export from Clip Studio Paint into CMYK. So I don't need an extra program to do that with, which makes my life so much easier. And that's wonderful. You cry because the silent streams are more popular than the normal ones. Oh, because I did one of those when I was in the hospital with my son. I did a silent stream, and I maybe not as much here on Twitch, but on YouTube, that video was really popular. People do not like me talking. Maybe I keep on talking about maybe doing some more silent streams. I often have art time, like drawing on the couch while Ashley and I are watching a movie. So maybe I should just boot up OBS. Sometimes, you know what? I get it though, right? Sometimes people don't want all the talking. They just want like some chill music or the sounds and just kind of immerse and like have something in the background. So I get it. Mostly no offense. But yeah, we're all set to get the anthology comic, those last touches in, and get it turned in on time. So that's pretty awesome. That was our second big deadline this month, and we got it. So I'm real excited. Yeah. What else? Oh, we did the interview thing, the podcast interview on Tuesday, with Story Comics, and that was Barney, the host. There is such a cool guy. It was really great getting the chance to talk with him. Dude, the dude owns he owns a radio station. And he's buying like a newspaper. Like, whoa, that's incredible. Also, he's got tons of amazing stories. Like I think we ended up like before he even turned on the recording, we were all just like talking for 20-30 minutes. Yeah, it was really good. I think he said he's editing it like over the weekend. So I think that that'll go live next week. So yeah, we'll probably post on Instagram when it goes live. Otherwise, I'll tell you next week. Maybe during one of my silent streams. Don't mind me. I am just bringing up my chat monitor for when I actually start doing art time. And by chat monitor, I mean other tablet. Yeah. Or just tablet in general. Yeah, it's good. It's been a full week. Not bad, just full. We're dog sitting this week, which is fun. Yeah, it's just amazing how, like, it's like when you see those things where they have the big jar or the vase or whatever, and they put like the big rocks in and they pour in the smaller ones and they pour the sand in over all that, and it just like fills all the gaps. It's like, that's what this week has felt like, where the gaps are like time. It's just been, we've had a lot of stuff going on, but it's been good. It's been good. Yep. So hey, I suppose we should probably do some art or something tonight. That might be good. Actually, hold on just 1 second. I was just gonna check with Ash on something briefly. Hold, please. Say hi to chat. This is my stream now. Well, no, now it is this guy's stream. Say hi, Toph. Say hi. No, not so much. All right, he's not interested. There we go. Good boy. boy. Good boy. What, you do want to come back up? Okay. Okay. Yep, there we go. All right, Frank, you're gonna have to compete with this. Yep, this is the third kid. No, this is the dog that we're dog sitting right now. Do you want to say anything, Toffee? What do you think about this? Do you like the lights? Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, this is Toffee. Toffee is the guest at our house. Yeah, all right, here you go. All right, here you go, buddy. Off you go. All right, he's satisfied. He's satisfied with his time in the spotlight, I think. Well, I'm glad I'm actually off mute this time. Feed him hamburgers. No, our friends I believe did specify that his food that they provided is what he should eat. And we stand by that. But I'm sure he'd love the hamburgers. He's been trying to get up to the table all week. But anyway, yeah, so I think that covers everything that's been going on. So let's go ahead. We're going to do our warm-up. So, yeah, if you are familiar with the stream, you know why I'm holding these. I pre-picked like 4 to 6 usually. I think 5 tonight. 5 cards that I thought might be interesting, fun, or challenging to draw for our warm-up. And I'm going to pseudo-randomly pick one of them. And what do we get? We got Phione. I always say Phione. It could be Phione, but I'm gonna say Phione. That's what we got. And I'm definitely gonna make sure to write that name down. So actually, she's giving me a thumbs up right now. It's all good. Yeah, so that's who we're gonna draw for our warm-up. Let me switch us over to art view. Again, one of these days I am gonna record that sound effect, and it's just gonna automatically do that. Oh, that's a brilliant idea, Frank. I love it. Set aside the cards I pick and make them into a huge poster.
I still think you need to finish some of them.
I do. I should do some streams where I go back and finish some of them.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I just need to be faster so that I don't have to spend all my streams on, finishing projects for deadlines.
One stream, one Pokemon.
That's a beautiful dream.
You got it.
Ashley says goodnight. She also says 1 stream, 1 Pokemon. I should be able to finish these up. 1 per 2-hour stream. I'm just gonna grab a reference real quick here. Okie doke. Look at that little guy. Just look at him. Or her. Them. Look at them. Okay. I mean, I can always go through and weed out the ones. The thing is, though, like, I don't play much Pokemon TCG, but, my kids do a little bit. So they might, if I pull them out and made a poster, they may get a bit frustrated. What was I doing? That's what I was doing. Okay. Like, why did I open the start menu? Just because I didn't start the timer over there. All right. So, yeah, put the name, put Jeff, put the name. Phione, there we go. Bam. All right, and I'm gonna change it not black for sketch lines because that was just because that's not what I usually do. I save that for final lines, and it's weird when I suddenly do sketches in black then. All right, labeling my layers, PSA. And sketch. All right, so hey, I'm gonna sketch this Pokemon for the next 5 minutes just to warm up. loosen up, all that good stuff. You are welcome and encouraged to draw along because art is fun. It's fun, even if you don't usually do it. It can be very relaxing. So hey, you don't have to draw the Pokemon. You can draw whatever. You can draw funny sketches of me if you feel like it. Yeah. So whatever you're gonna do, the timer starts now. So Frank, are we gonna have any art share tonight? So this is an aquatic Pokemon. Sorry if I obliviously did not notice that you said put the name earlier, and properly acknowledge you for reminding me as well. Thank you, Frank. I also should note, I like to draw sleeping Pokemon for my warm-ups. In part, in no small part, because of the fact that it actually helps me spend a lot less time trying to think about what I'm going to draw the Pokemon doing or what pose I'm going to draw them in. But it is a creative constraint that actually helps get things moving a little bit quicker. So this is like the center line, something like that. Eyes are going to be down here. So we'll probably draw like one of those arms flapping like that. Something like that. No art share? Ah. Are you still what, in Taos? Was that where you're unable to do art? Or just not feeling great? I'll give it a little bit of a snoozy story mouth. It's underwater, so there'll have to be a little bit of this thing can kind of drift majestically behind. It's kind of, what do you call that even? So there'll be, you know, kind of a rock here, because you may have caught on that my secret is usually sleeping Pokemon are resting on a tree or a rock. But it makes sense, because, you know, they don't sleep standing up. Just tired this week. Oh, also doing writing for the gaming comic. I'm excited. Okay, there's that. So I'll put kind of a generic old rock right there. Something like that. Seafloor will continue on here. Have, you know, various whatever. Shell. Oh, we should totally put a Magikarp in here. Yeah, that's a little bit more cheapish than I meant, but you know what I meant. You know what I was going for. And probably do like a cloister in here. Or shelter. Cloister is. It's kind of beady eyes. Just a little bit creepy, but that's fine. That's fine. Give them a pillow. Never! Never, Frank! Pokemon gotta toughen up. You cry? Because the gaming comic is an actual story. Like a recent one? I'm taking a break. It's like, oh my gosh, I've never finished. By the way, usually I give the disclaimer that I'm probably not going to finish much past the sketch layer before the 5-minute timer goes off. But because this is a fairly simple Pokemon and it came together quickly, I'm moving on to the pencils layer. It's amazing, isn't it? Maybe even Ashley would be proud. Rip all one layer. I've done that. It's not fun. Well, it's not fun if you're doing anything complicated. But I have done it. In fact, lately, I had... Oh, there's the timer. All right, you know what? Not bad. I'm actually real happy with this sketch. This could be a good one. Excuse me. We should do an all one layer challenge. I was just having a thought. You know what, Frank? You're on Discord. I mean, you have your own Discord. I just realized that you pinned the "This is my stream." Well played, sir. Very well played. Okay. Oh. Speaking of which, Grandpa, I should join your Discord. Because I should probably join your Discord. And maybe start my own at some point in the future. It would make art shares easier. Oh, so funny story about that. I thought that I was signed in on, like, because we have one for Wagworks, because we use it for Core Toons and Kids Comics Unite stuff, and yeah, like there's like an intensive that we did and a bunch of stuff. So we have a Discord account for it, and I thought that was logged in the browser. When I clicked the link for your Discord, it opened in my browser, not in my Discord app, and for some reason it doesn't associate our IDs, and there's this weird split thing that happens. So I need to reconcile that so it actually just one place. I'm not making myself seem younger, that's for sure right now. Anyway, you were gonna say something, Frank. Let's change the topic slightly. That'll be great. Poor Grandpa. I should call my kids in to tell me how to use the computer. Speaking of which, my daughter discovered Hero Forge recently, and has been having fun modeling D&D minis. You have help for me. I'm not going into that home. For differentiating D&D land. Okay. I've finished my coffee. Switching to water. Alright. I should save this. I should save this. I like it. I like it well enough. Why not save it? So you tagged me in a thing in the Discord. Well, I guess I better get back up there, shouldn't I? I don't know what that voice was that I just did. But you better be nice or else I'll do it again. Just kidding. It's Magic the Gathering art. Okay, okay. Plane called Segovia. That sounds like a small European country that they use in Hallmark movies about royal romances. Which means I'm totally on board with it. Today is the 20th? It's the 20th. It's the 20th. Is it 20th? It's the 20th. But in Sokovia, everything is super tiny, but if you're not paying attention, you never notice. Oh, I like it. But you can tell in the art with the filter they use. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Okay, all right, let's figure this out. Discord. Disco cord. Open Discord in your browser. This is probably getting old. Well, there's that. Okay. What has happened? All right. Well, the good news is I have found your Discord again. And my apparently unclaimed account. That's cool. I really like, so in this art, you know what? I might as well bring it up so people can actually see it, right? Give me a second. Because, you know, super fast here. I just like to trim my windows just so. Yeah, this is what Frank's talking about. This is the art. This is the art, right? I'm assuming as much. This is the one I was tagged in. I really like with this how they did, you know, the values to really establish the foreground, midground, and background. It's really well done. It gives such a good sense of depth. Excuse me. So you're talking about the filter they use. What were you recommending from this? Oh, a blur effect on the... Okay. I'm thinking, if you can't see the smoke coming out of my ears because I'm wearing headphones, but I am thinking, yeah, so I could use a blur filter, even, well, because I've done some pieces that use that, actually, like, excuse me. Let me bring... I've used that. That's a good point. That's something that I could use here to help differentiate. The only challenge with it, layer comps is what I want. There we go. Blurred foreground. I mean, it's not super heavily used here, but like with this one, with the Hisuian Zorua piece, one of the Pokemon pieces I did actually finish. I did that like with the leaves because it's also a little bit of it gives some depth, right? It's like that a little bit of the focal effect. Not as heavily used here. Oh, I used it on the Sonic piece too. Where'd that one at? Oh, this thing is huge. It's gonna take a second. This is the piece that I printed on a blanket. It got very large. Yeah, that is pretty fun. Well, it's like, and you can kind of see it, right? If you think about stepping on an anthill and how they all swarm out, it's the exact same type of vibe. I love it. But yeah, this is a similar thing. That I blurred the background too, just to kind of give like the midground a little bit of the crisper focus. But yeah. Okay. Well, they did extend the deadline till Sunday, so if I wanted to play with it a bit, I could definitely afford to do that. I wasn't going to belabor it too much since I know we've spent a lot of streams working on this guy. So what I did settle on, and I thought it was working pretty well, was this. Instead of just doing a straight up fade, I used an external layer with the white crosshatch brush to fade off to the edge to give it a little bit of that faded, dreamy feel. But I also used the selection tool to limit to give like each individual tree, the mountains, the sky, but not the clouds. Like everything kind of has its own little bit of fade at the edge of it that's independent of the larger fade. So it kind of lets everything sort of trails off, except for for the most part, the main characters don't. Like the orcs have a little bit of it here. But I kept the lines over the top as well, so you still get some of the definition of it. It might. You're right. The blurring might help. I'm just trying to figure out how to execute that, because part of it was when I did the blurring on the other pieces, I had to rasterize the lines, and then apply the blur effect, like just a Gaussian blur. Yeah, I'm thinking, you know what? It's worth playing around with. That is for certain. So, anyway, that's where I landed on what I'm doing. I'm working on applying it through the whole comic now. But the blur could help. You're right. But it's funny, I love when artists do the thing they're talking about, where there's like, if you're not paying attention, you will totally miss it. Like, there's actually like some of my favorite like picture books actually have the same type of thing in it. Where are you? Where did I put that book? This is it. Okay. So like this, Goodnight Gorilla, right? It's got a clear plot to it with, you know, the gorilla getting the keys. But what's interesting is like if you're not looking closely, there's like a whole B plot with this balloon right here. Now do 8 more pages by today. I need to get that fast. I would love to. If we are ever lucky enough to sell our graphic novel, we've got to keep doing it. I've got to be faster. So you see like the balloon, it just kind of travels. And any page in the book that you open to, except for ones that are completely interior, which there's a few. But like even if you get out to the end, like towards the end of the book, you'll notice right here by the moon, the balloon is there. And like, it's a little detail. It has nothing to do with what's happening in the main plot. But I love it. I love it in comics and books when there's just that thing that's going on in the background and you can just follow it. It's for interested readers who are paying attention. I don't know. I strive to do that at some point. I haven't entirely done that. At least not in the Anthology comic. Yeah, exactly. It's cute and it's fun and it's playful and it's just kind of, you know, yeah, it's good times. All right, so I was gonna draw some CoreToons It's been a while. It's been a while. And actually, this is nice. I'm drawing the next CoreToons comic before the last one that I did has released, because right now we're on a repeat cycle while we're building out the new format. But we've got one in the tank, and we'll soon have two in the tank, and that's so exciting. So this is as much as it is right now. Ashley had an idea, and she thumbnailed it out, and we talked about it, and we made a couple of changes, and I'll be working on getting a thumbnail tonight, and hopefully penciled, or inked, or just inked. So I can start up with those there pencils there. I do not know where that just came from, and I apologize. All right, sketch layer. Okay. Yeah. So I realize it's been kind of I've learned as I've been trying to simplify and go down to fewer layers, that actually, especially for core tunes or content that I want to like chop up or use later for animations or things like that, it's actually really helpful to make a bunch of different layers when I want to come back and do stuff later. Okay, how do I do this? Do I just want to... Okay, you know what? What I was doing, that idea, that was silly. Let's do something different. Okay. No, use a single layer. So my daughter's been getting into doing like a little bit of just drawing on the computer. And I keep this one just for our WagWorks stuff. But like on our other one, it doesn't have clip, so she's been using paint, and we just got her set up using layers properly on that, which has made such a difference for doing colors and stuff. Wait, Frank, do you do a single layer? I assumed that you didn't, but now I'm kind of wondering actually. All right. Okay. So what I think I actually am gonna do is create a new frame. Because reasons. Okay. Because I realized I could create folders and duplicate all my layers to separate out the panels in folders, but it still wouldn't block out between the panels. So what's really easier to do here is to just create a new panel, big panel, and then use the split divide frame folder tool instead. So I can do that. I'm just going to turn off the frame background on the one I just created, so I can see the old frame, which I'll turn transparent just to make it a little clearer. Select this, use divide frame folder, and just make sure everything lines up exactly. So that should mean if I... Nope, that didn't do it. Hold on. This is what I wanted to divide. Well, that's interesting. Can't say that I've seen that before. So then what happens if I do this? So usually this would actually just split up the whole thing, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. It's just cutting it down. You know, sometimes we set out to make our lives easier and we don't do that. All right. Okay, this is weird. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I can just use the ruler. Or the grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4. Right on this guy. Nope, that is not even. Excitement, folks. Excitement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 31-ish. Which means about 15 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and a half-ish. Let's see how close to even I got this. 1, 2, 3, 15. And that's actually... That actually seems like the correct size. Hey, welcome back. I'm just counting on stream. It's essentially Sesame Street now. 1, Okay. Okay. This will be old frame. Again, labeling layers off stream here, or off the screen, but you actually feel normal-ish? That's encouraging. Except it's like you've been a smoker for 50 years. No. Boy, do I know how that feels. Panel 2. Panel 4. It does get a bit wonky with the labeling of panels when you split, which you can't see me doing, but I'm fixing that now. Panel 3. Back again. All right. Okay. So I feel like this is going to be worth the effort just because of the fact that I've found it definitely gets a bit easier to do more stuff with the comic later if you have the panels in separate folders and they're blocked out from each other. So I'm gonna stick with that. Do they all have the background turned off? They do. So I can still keep my pencils on one, or my sketches on one layer underneath, but why would I do that? Why would I do that when I could just use the layer that's in there? All right. 10:51 and we're getting started. We are rocking and rolling tonight, guys. All right, so I should probably look at the comic that my writer gave me, huh? It's gonna be big. All right. Maybe. So first up, we actually got Corey in the foreground. Let's fix that. Just a moment. No, thank you. All right. Ooh, possible ban evader. That's good times. Nothing like bots trying to sell you viewers. All right. Back to it then. Riveting comics. People want to call you on your phone. I think that's it. I believe the youths call that blowing up the phone. Let me leave. It's a nice dream, Frank. It's a nice dream. I might actually want to put those a little bit less conspicuously. Okay, you know what I'll do. Put Chloe back here a bit. Move Corey a little bit back out here so he can be waving with the other hand, with his non-banana hand. This is clearly a slide. some kiddo on the swing there. There we go. Oof. I mean, it's a tough position to be in, but I do get the point of the you know, kind of tough love thing where it's like, no, you gotta learn, otherwise you'll never change the behavior. I hear you, man. Tell the dog to behave. Did you hear that? he's just getting up and shaking. He's good. He's good, I think. I was a little blinded by my own studio lights. It's like one light. Yeah, he's good. He's all just curled up. I'll get him out for a walk after stream and let him call it night. Apparently I'm keeping him up tonight. What am I doing? Right. It's panels here. Okay, so how we're gonna find this? Okay, at least as you keep her up to. Darn humans and their night owl behavior. What's our deal anyway? How's the best way? Because we did it kind of like that, but that's kind of. So maybe, I know, we'll do it like this, where he's turning. Oh. Sometimes like, oh, why is my brush not drawing? But then it's snapping to the side of the panel. Oh, this may not illustrate what I want. This may not be the right perspective. Hold on. Beep. Never. Yeah, I mean the snapping is really nice sometimes, but yeah, it's a pain when it just like keeps grabbing your brush and you're like, no, let me draw, man. Not quite like that. That's it. That's the point. That's what. That's why. Chloe is diving in to prevent him from making that mistake. We'll see if we need to adjust anything on the perspective on that one. I'm just trying to get the rough idea down. Because I could just sit here staring at it and thinking for the next like hour or so, but that wouldn't really be exciting. So let's get something down and then we can work with it. It's like, have you ever read like some of those tips for like ways to get yourself started? Especially like for ADHD, it's like one of the tools there, and I always like to share it with people, is this idea of starting wrong. Like, it's easier to just take all the pressure off and like just get something started doing it ridiculously wrong, and then like when you've got to start and you're already in the activity, and then you can like course correct. So yeah, like just do it. It is exactly like, take all the pressure off. Doesn't have to be perfect. Don't let that like wall come up. Just like get started, and then you can always revise it. It's easier to work when you've got something on paper. Or like if my kids are cleaning up their room, it's like, put something somewhere that it totally doesn't belong. You just say, you can put it back like a second later, but like at least now you've started. You're, put the sock on top of your desk, whatever. And then of course go put it back, but at least it gets you started. It's also fun for me because I love like that like super ridiculous humor where things just they make no sense. That always gets me. Hi Jaden, welcome on in. How you doing tonight? Good to meet you, Jaden. Yeah, I'm Jeff. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I'm just working on a comic here. I'm doing rough sketches first. Obviously, this is not the final comic, how it will look. But yeah, I work with my wife who writes the comics, and I draw them. And so we started from this, which is just quick little thumbnail sketches, and I'm kind of extrapolating that out, working out some things that we decided to change along the way, and then I'll go and tighten it up later. Oh, thank you. I sure appreciate it. Yeah, you don't draw often? Well, I know for me, it's like, it's such a relaxing thing. Like, I love drawing, and I always have. Like, my day job has nothing to do with drawing, but I've been drawing since I could hold the pencil. I'm only now starting to come around and actually do more with my art and try to get into it professionally. It's not your fault, you're young. Video games consume me. I mean, fair. But yeah, I mean, I recommend drawing to anyone just because I think it's really relaxing. Like, it's a good way to just kind of ease the stress, and it's fun. And if you don't put the pressure on yourself to create a masterpiece, I mean, this is my sketch, right? This is definitely not a masterpiece. You did your own tattoos though. That's cool. And she called it terrible and punched him. Frank, everyone's just always so mean to you, man. Actually, you know what I was gonna do? I was actually gonna use repetition here and bring this guy in here. So what are the tattoos that you drew, if you don't mind me asking? Actually, why didn't I just do it this way? Goodness gracious. They're hearts. Oh, cool. Oh, I need to cut that. Okay. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Wait, where did that layer go then? That's what I wanted. Bring that. Okay. I figured it out, guys. It's like a heart with a ring around its stars. Oh, that sounds awesome. I have no tattoos myself yet, but it's one of those things where I'm always like, oh, it sounds really cool. I just don't know what I want to do. If it feels like such a such a commitment. Then a heart on your wrist with 2 stars and a halo. That's really cool. Like, yeah, I think it's such a great statement and such a way to kind of like just express, right, what you're about or what means something to you. Anyway, thank you for indulging me with it, because I'm just always curious, and I'm always very fascinated by it. One of these days, perhaps. One on your hand you did on 3 other people, and the one on your wrist matches your sister. Oh, I love that. Should do the wump here. That's where I want my sound effect. Digital artist cheating. That's really cool. The one, what I've been considering is like, my wife and I, like, we don't really love wearing rings, so we don't. But I was like, well, what if I got like a ring tattoo? And I could kind of personalize it and do stuff that's meaningful to us, like not super tiny details, obviously, but a little bit in the design. It's gonna hurt? Okay. Good to know. No, I don't like, why is that? I might redraw that H just to bring it down a little bit. Or just reposition it like that. Too high in that. Goodness. The only thing Jeff loves is Twilight. Hey now. That's something that Ashley and I enjoy together. Actually, I think I don't like that. So the first letter always comes to the top. Thank you, Jaden. I really appreciate that. I've been trying to tell Frank all along, and then he just does the Renesmee. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. There's a lot of white space at the top of the panel, though. Could make it just a little bit bigger, and that might work. Maybe. Bring the focus in on Chloe coming down. I don't mean it. Hey, you're still much nicer to Frank than Daisy is. Never trust a flower. I honestly, she kind of like her ways. She just kind of shows up randomly and like just ninjas Frank out of nowhere. I'm like, I'm a rock. Like a pool noodle. The rock. I love how you've just totally both diverged on the opinion here. It's that's pretty good. So I think Ashley was intending for this one to be with our Sunny Skies comics, which is intended for the younger group. So that's kindergarten through second grade. You call Frank your Twitch dad. That's funny because he calls me his Twitch grandpa. So I guess that makes me your Twitch great grandfather. That's weird. It just got weird. Sorry about that. You cry now that people call you old. Hey, well, wait. Frank, if it makes you sad when people call you old, I'm 50. No, 50 years. How old do you think I am? Frank, I'm not even 50 years old. Fix it. Let's go ahead and retcon that. I look good for my age. Well, I'll take that compliment. I'll take that one. That's fine. I made comics on cave walls. Tell you what, it was really hard to get syndicated back then. 1828, then 60. Yep, let's just go for it. Bros in the Stone Age. Yep. Mm-hmm. It was really exciting when they first invented those copper tools. So, wait, hold up. So the trash was, again. Wait, where were we going to fit? So compost will be here. I agree on the needing more sleep. It's always a challenge. I study meteor. So, yeah, I work. My day job is in meteorology. Not as a broadcaster, like TV, but like programming, research, that kind of thing. Lily's biting you. What are you doing to that poor dog? I thought we could totally sneak the Core Toons logo in here in the compost thing. It was fun meeting you too, Jaden. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. And thank you for the follow, by the way, in case I did not say. And have a good stream. Right, is it... Time for you to split your time between the master and the apprentice. Understandable. Call me an apprentice again. I thought he was calling me the apprentice. I'm the old sage, as you can tell by my massive Twitch following. But that's what I get for streaming 2 hours a week. It's all good. One of these days, guys. One of these days. I'm gonna do it. Okay. I'm old. I can't be an apprentice. Continuing education credits. That's what I have to say. Oh, what? I hadn't really looked at your follower count. Well, I guess that does mean I've grown at least. I mean, I've been doing this for a year and a half, so it makes sense. She started like yesterday, and she said, that would make sense if you're putting time and effort into it. But also, clearly, you're fun to talk to, so I'm sure that you're going to find a lot of success. You were on 5 followers for 10 years. Wait. I'm confused about the timeline here, but that's okay. But yeah. Yeah, you are definitely fun to talk to. I was gonna drop you a follow so I can check out your stream at some point. Yes, follow dropped. Yeah, check out your stream sometime. That'd be cool. Yeah, have a good stream. And thanks again for stopping in. All right. Bye. All right. Actually, Frank, you know what that reminds me? It's like 11:15. It's about time for me to take a quick break, go hit the bathroom, and come right back. Also, I finished maybe the thumbnail stage of it. I like it like this, but I'm curious if I need to mess with the perspective on panels 2 and 3. I'm gonna think about that for a second, but no. You spilled your Fanta. Oh no, not on your stream setup, I hope. The fantasy. Well played, Frank. Well played. Not your Xbox? Oh goodness. Oh, gotcha. Xbox is like one of the few console families I haven't played much of. Oh, gee, Xbox. Yeah, I played a little bit like with friends in college. Like Halo 2 a bit. But yeah, I missed out on a lot of the Xbox stuff. When I gamed, I was more Nintendo and PlayStation, but yeah. Well, no, that was grad school. I went to Old Yale. What is Old Yale even? I paid with gold. And there was a $5 admission fee to apply. Yeah. It was tough. It was real tough. I hated it when my quill kept on breaking in class. It's hard to take notes. I don't know why I play along with this. I don't know why. But I do know that I'm gonna go take a break real quick, and I'll be back in about 2 minutes. The quill, yeah. What else are you gonna take notes with? It quilled. Okay. I just. All right. On that note, I will be right back. Well, hey, 9:25. I'm back early. Look at that. All right, maybe what I'll go ahead and do is pencil anyway. I'll do like the repetition in the panels 2 and 3. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. By the way, thanks for the beer. The Jeff will be back message, Frank. All right. Let's go ahead and get started, and I can figure out the rest along the way. Usually, you know, at least at some point after stream when I'm working on the CoreToons stuff, you know, I'll bring what I drew to Ashley and we'll make any corrections that we need to. Or she'll kind of, you know, we'll collaborate on what is right. Yeah, I think I might actually be done with the rough. I mean, there's no backgrounds in it, but in the sketch layer, I don't have to necessarily have all the backgrounds. Yeah. I'm gonna do pencils just because it's been a while since I've done Core Toons. And I probably want to remember how I did it. I don't even remember what brush sizes I usually used. Did I save it? Ugh. What should I? I'm saving it right now, and I'm just trying to think like, what do I want to call this? This is actually more of a season 3. Excuse me. I haven't figured out a clever title yet. I don't know why it was so hard to say figured at that point. I will say, like, holy cow, how much faster it feels to do a page of Sunny Skies than, like, our graphic novel project. We, you know, pace that out a little more, so it's like, I don't know, 5 to 8 panels a page, 4 to 8 panels a page. And then the Anthology project, like, we picked a 4-page one because I'm like, I don't think I have time to do any longer of a comic to complete like all that amidst everything else we're working on. And I think it was a pretty good call. But also, man, we cram-packed that one. Like, one of the pages had like 12 panels. Like, what is it? Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 40 panels over 10 pages. So we averaged 10 panels a page to get the story in, which is tight. It's like a 6x9 book. So like it's not super huge. So that's maybe like, this might be a 6x9, like something like this. This size, like, yeah, this size, or because I think these are like, I want to say this is like 5.5 by 8. Those are some of the kind of standard sizes out there. Wait, what is back there? Okay. Oh, this is such a good book, and it might be the 6x9 size as well, trim size. Princeton Dressmaker, so good. Jen Wong is incredible. Anyway, yeah, it's not a huge page. I'm like, is this gonna seem tiny when we hold the printout? I did a sample print, an actual size here, and it seemed okay. But I am like, next time we'll need to either cut panels or make more pages. But I feel like we needed all these panels for the different beats in the comic. We just could have used maybe spreading it out a wee bit. yeah, anyway. Although I've got to say, with the shading stuff, I'm really liking how it's coming along. And I am proud of the piece that we're putting out there. All right. What do Chloe? So it's in my infinite wisdom of doing two different styles for the same characters, because we have two comics using the same characters for different age groups, and trying to visually like split them out a bit. It's a little hard sometimes. Here, I'll open up the last one that I did so we can I can have a visual reference. You're thinking of names for what? Man, it has been a while since I worked on a Core Toons. This is nice. Tilt the head up a little bit there. Would be good. Actually, you know what? Goodness gracious. Frank, what are you thinking of names for? It's weird getting the orientation of his overly spiky hair just right. Brush. Okay, I think that's kind of got it. No, so, okay. Didn't like that. Fixing. So we'll wrap around something like that. I'm slaying it. You say, thanks for the vote of confidence, but I'm not really sure I'm getting it. I've cleared this layer like 2 or 3 times. Thanks, Frank. No worries. You said, but wait, you said you were thinking of names, or was that also for Jaden? That was not meant to be passive aggressive. Just to be clear. Adjust this ear down. Yeah, this is a weird perspective. This is funky. If I can get it right though, it's, you know, because it's the back of his head. There we go. I think we're getting it. Comic post. Compost or die. I mean, that is a bit extreme for sunny skies. But it does fit the extremity of, you know, the dive for the dive for preventing the throwing away of the banana peel. Okay, I do need to adjust a few things though, because for this one it's aging them down, so head size in relation to body is smaller. Oh, you know what I need to do is turn on time lapse. Oh, I do have it on. Cool. Never mind that. The Cold War version. I remember back. Well, actually, I was alive during the Cold War. Okay, there we go. I think that's a little more in proportion with this series. Yeah. Ashley was looking to do a series on, like maybe do a few comics on composting. Trying to think if, you know, she'll have any insights on what she wants to do for the next part, because that might then influence what we would call this one. Jeff make tea. Now, are you referring to compost tea? Or actually, like, I should go make real tea for myself? Because I might do that after stream. We'll see. I have to walk coffee, finish dishes, you know, and also at some point sleep. We'll see. We'll see. Or are you talking? Yeah. Or are you talking about compost tea, as referenced in the well-known line from the first Twilight movie? Oh, you wanted it for you. I thought you were just showing your Twilight fandom. Make her lean a little bit. Lean a little into the wave. It's her friend. She's excited to see him. That's good. Frank, what kind of tea do you like to drink? Also, you have incredible coffee knowledge. What do you have any tea knowledge to drop? To spill per se. Sorry, I'm a dad. I can make bad jokes. It's cool. I'm allowed. That hand is huge. What is going on with that hand? Oh my gosh. Hot tea. That's a good kind of tea. Did you ever watch like the like SNL 2000s era like Celebrity Jeopardy sketches? Me and my friends were super into them and used to quote them often. Because there was one that like had Keanu Reeves on it, and not really Keanu Reeves, someone impersonating him clearly, but like the category was like hot or cold, and it's like the answer was hot tea, or the question was hot tea rather, and he's like, "Is it iced tea?" Normal tea bags are like the scraps from the good tea leaves. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know this. Frank, you have the best hot beverage knowledge. Why is that hand so wonky? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's interesting. Tea pets. Yeah, I definitely did not hear about that. That makes me think of Tea Dragon Society, which is, by the way, not a lot of graphic novels come in this trim size. It is a large book for a graphic novel, but it's also really good and really well done. Yeah. I think the creator goes by K. O'Neill now. Although the name it was published under was Katie O'Neill, but it's a really like lighter paced, easier like slice of life story type of thing. It's a good one. Anyway, that makes me think of that, the tea dragons in the book. Seriously, dude, what is up with this hand? I draw hands regularly. All the humans in my comics have hands, and most of them look reasonably human-like. To some extent. Ring finger. Middle finger always longest. Ring finger there. Ba, 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 ba. Is it like coffee level caffeine? Okay, that arm is long. Also, the hand is gigantic. Gigantic. Oh no. It must be getting late because I'm cracking myself. I just realized. Gosh. Some say it's even stronger. I know I've had black teas with that also had that were matcha infused, and they seem pretty strong. There we go. Yeah. Let's give her a real big hand. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I'm currently on a coffee reduction phase. I had some tonight, but this is the first time in a few days that I've had more than 1 cup of coffee. Kind of koicha. Well, I know in Japanese, I think. No, is it kocha? It's been a while since I've had that Duolingo lesson, but I want to say black tea is kocha in Japanese, because no, ocha is green tea. And in Mandarin, it's just cha. Cha? I think the intonation is upwards. It's been a really long time since I studied any Mandarin, and I didn't know much to start with. FYI, Duolingo fanboy here. I always thought it might be fun to do a Duolingo warm up on stream. Just share a little bit of that. Chai tea is TT. Well, it makes sense too, because then if you think about it, in Mandarin, tea is cha. So it's interesting in geographically connected regions how you can see sometimes where the languages inspired each other. Like this, right? For a background element, I'm spending a lot of time on this. Maybe something like this. Right? Yeah. Because then this would like completely cut off as this twists around, and you'd actually have a little bit different part of the slide coming out visibly. I should bring my sketchbook to the playground sometime. There we go. I'm sure it looks like a weird snake right now, but that's okay. Nope. Maybe. Oh, nice. I love this song from Sonic 2. Sky Chase Zone is one of the chillest zones you will find. Most chillest. Also, Frank, thank you for sharing your tea knowledge. Seriously, why hasn't somebody hired you as a barista yet? You know so much. I don't understand it. And you're very good at conversation as well. It makes no sense, man. If anyone is looking for a barista, And Frank applies. Hire him. He's very good. He knows his stuff. He has enlightened me about coffee preparation in ways that I would never have expected. Actually, most of them don't have that. A lot of the playground swing sets I've been to just been the A-frame without the crossbar. Don't tangent with a panel border, please. There we go. I'm doing relatively okay at drawing straight lines tonight. That's exciting. Nope, there we go. I said it. I should have jinxed it. I like how you're like, do you have tea knowledge? And I actually do. Yeah, you clearly do, man. I'm telling you. Someone needs a hot beverage or to know the proper way to do it. They should call Frank. Also, Frank, I was curious. I know we had talked about the Goose as a, gamer comics. Would you ever be a ping tuber as Goose? You've thought about it? Oh, but there's a lot of Goose ping tubers. Not a lot of brand differentiation. I'll figure out what that child looks like later. I should move the slide back a wee bit. When am I finding you a wife? I have no good answer for this question. I find it best to let love flourish on its own, devoid of my interference and meddling. That's my answer. If you give a man a wife, he will be wifed for a day. But if you help him, I don't really know where I'm going with this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I tried. I really did. Tried to answer the question. I did not approach strangers. Shame on me. Listen, man, I've been married for like over a decade. I don't really know anything about what dating and finding your person is like these days. That's an old person statement. I have no idea. Isn't it all like apps and stuff? And I don't know. You only need a day. Okay. Goodness. I don't know, man. I think finding people that you connect with and are friends with through, like, and have a genuine friendship with through, like, just enjoying each other's company, but also through, like, shared interests, right? Like, I feel like that makes the most sense to put an ad in the newspaper. I mean, you could sign up for any number of reality shows that, you know, dude, I don't feel like that's I don't endorse that method. I don't know. I feel like it's, you meet people when you're not expecting to meet people or not necessarily looking to meet people. I feel like that's pretty true. The Frank Chiller. Oh gosh. We had a phase where we actually watched, Ashley and I watched The Bachelor and Bachelorette for a few seasons. We have some extended family that are super into it, so we started watching, and then I made, for 2 seasons, I ran the impromptu fantasy league for it. I don't know why I decided to do this. We watched a few episodes of Survivor. I haven't watched the show regularly. Again, it's an extended family, so like when they visited or we visited them, it would be on and we'd catch some episodes, but didn't watch it regularly ourselves. I don't know, like some reality TV, like it can be entertaining for sure, and I definitely don't begrudge anybody who watches the shows, and I think if you have the time or make the regular habit, like it can be really fun to watch and get into. But especially since we cut cable, and we don't have like an antenna, so it makes it a bit harder to watch stuff like that, especially because any of the apps to watch it, like it's at least a week delayed, and it's just kind of like you forget about it and it loses the immediacy, and you're like, I guess I could watch it, but I don't know. That was a really rambly answer. That's an 11:57 p.m. answer right there. Hey, pencils for the first panel though. That's exciting. Look at me go. Wee! 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 Making tea from... Indeed. I mean, that's how I do it on mine. Yes, pencils layer. Pencils layer is what I'm creating. That's what I'm doing. One of these days on stream, I'll wait till Frank's back before I mention it. Before I mention it. Was that 15? Maybe. Yep, that seems like the brush size. I know that I'm making the faces right now because I can feel my face doing it and I cannot stop it. Dear viewers, I know the faces that I'm making, and it's not that I want to make them. I just can't not do it while I'm drawing them. This is where I am. Bring the brush size down a little bit. Actually, it would be more, yeah. Yeah, it'd be more the banana peel would be more like that. It's not going to be a perfect Mario Kart banana peel shape. Oh, right. He's holding it in his left hand, which would mean that when he turns here, we would not really be seeing as much of everything because there would be, yeah, there we go. Doing the faces again. Just doing the faces. Just checking style real quick. Oh my goodness, what is going on? It's probably just too much. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right, it is 12:03. I probably won't start a new panel yet. Everything as I could. It's not really that much more to do. It's not really that much more to do. Also, realizing I could totally add sound effects, munch. Although it's funny because we try really hard to not, well, not try really hard, but we've typically made Sunny Skies wordless. So I'm curious now, do I want to add move this mouth up here. Hey, welcome back, Frank. I mean, I'm probably gonna wrap it up pretty soon anyway, but welcome back. How's your tea? Okay. All the panels sketched, 2 panels penciled. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Well, cool. You know, Frank, I was gonna say, speaking of PingTuber, at some point, I actually want to do. I'm probably gonna do a PingTuber VTuber thing, but probably at least for Core Toons. We have some plans for some, like, you know, puppets, as they call it. Water just finished brewing. Good hot water, that's what you need. By the way, I'm switching over to just chatting view because I'm gonna be rounding it out here. But I'm debating, I could do some puppet work on stream. That could be fun. Is this what we want? Do we want a VTuber, Jeff? That'd be kind of fun to do. Might be kind of fun to do. Still images. I mean, it's hilarious. It's also kind of brilliant, if you ask me. Why not, right? It's like when you take a picture of your empty background behind you so you can use it as a fake background. I haven't done that, but I've actually seen folks do that at work. Open new canvas. What? What? What's the magic word? I'm just being totally obnoxious at this point. Just being totally obnoxious. I have no excuse. Wait. I like that one. All right. So, what am I doing? I do have fun doing drawing games, so. That reminds me of something that I will say after you tell me what you're going for here. I'm just making faces. I don't know why. Now is not the magic word. Draw a gamer girl. Not like stereotypical though. Let's go to G-Pen. Let's give it. Let's do that. So are you saying that the headphones, controller, and hoodie are the stereotypical or are not the or that's what you're encouraging me to draw? You want to see my interpretation? I mean, there's a couple ways to go with it, right? Like, I might do a few layers on this. That's the encouragement. I might do a few layers on this just because. That was way too small a pen for the size that I'm drawing. Got to do like the super oversized baggy tee, super hard raging, gaming intently. Oh, stereotype is like cat ear headphones, pink setup. Maybe draw the little like angry eyebrows or angry eyebrow scrunch. No, that looks kind of weird. I don't know. I've been slowly learning. Slowly learning the art of actually like realizing that when you draw characters, don't just draw them like standing in the generic like pose, like with the arms at the side. Like characters are so much better when you draw them in action, and it tells you so much more about the character. So I'm trying to do a little more fun. You did your first character sketch for the video game comic. Interesting. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think it's like, I mean, this is like the gamer actually gaming, and then they'd probably be, you know, like, but. One thing I love about pigtails and ponytails in comics is that they can be used to do more expressive stuff. Basically, they can be an extension of the character. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I like. Do you have something to share for it, or just maybe next week? I'm curious to see. I'm excited. I'm excited for what you're working on. I don't know. Like you said, gamer girl, right? This is somebody who's like, you know. I think gaming. I think just comfy t-shirt, gaming shirt, maybe, and just yeah. This is what this is what we're like when we get into our games. All right, that's probably. That was a fun exercise. Okay, sounds good. I will I will try really hard to figure out how to fix this weird. I can just claim it, right? If I just claim it. What if? What if? I remember why I didn't go into the Discord app to find to join your Discord before. It was because when I do that while I'm on stream, the audio goes crazy for a second and like blasts my ears. So I need to figure out how to get that reconciled. So, okay, I will watch the Discord, so at least I can see it, and then I will see if I can figure out how to reconcile whatever it is that I did. Who knows? Who knows? It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Well, cool. Well, cool. I feel like we all learned and grew tonight. I mean, honestly, I did learn a lot. Um, yeah, sorry, I am blanking. It's 12:15. I got nothing left in the tank. It's been a full week. Um, anything? You got anything else, Frank? Ooh, hold up. Hold up. Character sketch. I see it. Nice. Okay. Let me. You know what? We're here. We're here. I might as well share. Is it cool if I share it? Or would you rather I not yet, since it's just like concept art, figuring out the character sketch? Because I'm happy to share if you want, but I don't have to if you'd rather not. Sure. All right, cool. All right, cool. Just a moment. I don't really know a faster way than setting up a new window capture and then trimming it down. That is why it takes so long, is that I'm always trimming it down and resizing. Okay, there you go. Pew! There we go. I see where we both went different directions, but like there's the commonalities. I think the headset is a nice touch. I like, yeah, I mean, I think we both took the, you mentioned the not the, stereotype, and I think that's good. The picture, like this one, I mean, yeah, I mean, I like the partial turn. I think it's good for dimensionality. I know a lot of times they'll do character turns for when they, like, if you're doing like a full like pitch packet, sometimes you can do character turns to get a sense of the characters, or sometimes artists will just do them to have them to like, okay, this is what my character looks like from all the angles, so I've already decided it before I start drawing. You have a concept of an idea? I'm listening. Also, I was going to pitch you an idea. Sometime we should test out. The partial motivation is that when we do the Kickstarter for the Anthology project, I might be doing some streams, maybe even some like daytime streams and stuff, where I bring on folks from the Anthology and we might draw together and stuff. But I want to also test out just doing it. Frank and you and I have been talking about doing like art games for a while. Sometime we should coordinate, and we can use Discord probably. I can bring you into the stream here. That could be fun. If you just share screen in Discord, I could bring your drawing in, and we could both be drawing on stream at the same time. Anyway, just a thought. But your idea, it's Karate Kid. Like gaming Karate Kid? So there's like a Mr. Miyagi. Think Karate Kid, okay. But video games. Okay. Oh my gosh, what is that? Excuse me. I like it. You get the wise mentor, the underdog. I can see it. You've got my attention. I would read. Oh gosh. Yeah. That's something I'm thankful I didn't have to deal with in my childhood. Yeah. It's like we really limit our kids' access to the internet and stuff, and yeah, I can't imagine having to like do all the normal things like growing up and figuring out life, and then also have to deal with all of the online stuff and figuring that out. Okay, I like it. But it's a team thing. So like, yeah, okay. Your teammate is this one dude who's absolutely terrible. Gotcha. Okay. Like, I like it. So you've got, I think, usually, so one of the things they suggest, right, is for a story, you need the character to be good at something. They have to want something. And there have to be, like, what are the stakes? What are the stakes if they don't get it? And those are, like, kind of some of the biggest pieces of story. But like I think you've got a very natural start to all of those things. And then you've also got some of that kind of potential for friendship plot where it's like, you know, at first she could be aggravated because he's so terrible. The hero's journey mapped. Yeah, it's really, I think it's really helpful to know, at least know the big beats of where you're going in a story. This is going to be like a webcomic. Probably like over Instagram, I'm guessing. Or were you looking at doing like an actual, like a more contained story? Not sure yet. That's cool. I mean, that, yeah. Especially while you're planning out, it doesn't necessarily, it's not a huge thing. More long form. And that's cool. Release chapters. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of places you could do that. This is probably a conversation for not Jeff's brain at 12:30 at night, but next week we can pick up on this if you want. If you want any of my thoughts, I'm sure you also can navigate and figure things out on your own. But if you want any thoughts or want to talk it out, I'm happy to be part of that. But yeah, I'm curious to see where you go with this. I think it's got a good start. Okay, update. Sounds good. That sounds like a good plan. I'm invested. Yeah. Now go to your coffin. Well, thank you for sharing before I do saunter off that way. So yeah, announcements to close things out. Just yeah, I'm gonna get the anthology, and so I'm excited for that. You'll be hearing more about the anthology project from me definitely in the next month and 2 months, because we're right now today just over a month from the start of the Kickstarter campaign. I think it launches April 22nd. So you'll be definitely hearing more about that, and maybe seeing some more streams from me helping with that. Also, I can't guarantee it'll be in the next week, but I would like to do a couple of silent streams as well, just to, you know, if I'm working on stuff, why not share it sometimes? So yeah, where is Daisy? Usually she shows up with some sort of like biting comment. Well, when you see her, let her know, you know, we missed her tonight, but be happy to see her next time. Yeah, so there's that. The podcast episode Ashley and I recorded, that video, I believe Barney said he's going to be editing over the weekend, so that could be live as sometime next week. At the very least, I'll mention it here next week if we don't post something on our Instagram about it. Silent hardcore. Frank's got this all set. Yeah, Core Toons work continues. As you can see here, we're still, you know, we're producing new stuff for it. The new format is coming along. We're all very excited, and that's good times. I think those are the big announcements. I'll be back next Thursday, 10 p.m. That is my definite time. Frank, you got it, man. You got this mod thing covered, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, that's right. You got all of our socials too. Thanks. Yeah, if you're curious what we're up to, check us out on our socials. Man, pet the mods, right? Yeah, so if that's it, then thanks everybody for joining. Again, if you're watching the VOD on Twitch, if you like what you see, make sure to drop a follow. If you're over on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment, drop a like if you like what you see. I love being able to share this with you, and that support helps me keep on doing it. So yeah, I hope you all have a great night. I hope you all have a good week and whatever may come. Frank, I hope you're feeling better soon. Yeah, I hope you can kick the last bit of that cold. But yeah, that's it. And I'm just gonna, you know, remember to load my stream ending graphic. That's it. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. Good night.